Okay. Oh, correspondence. I'm sorry. We have workshop.
That's just something for you to look at.
Yeah, that's nothing we need to address tonight.
No.
Talk a little about signs. I think the sign thing obviously needs to be addressed, but we're not gonna get that accomplished this evening.
Do we wanna,
No, the club is, what paperwork have they filed with Village?
was that an
Application for
application for,
variance?
for a permit?
Just a permit?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And we're assuming at this point that their sign doesn't meet the
Yeah, well,
requirements for the zoning, so the permits, as zoning reads now, is not gonna fly.
right.
Okay. Well, taking all night here reading this stuff, I think that'll be on our next agenda, the sign thing.
Do we want to go to a public hearing before the meeting, we're gonna address it? Because they're kind of, they've been waiting for an answer.
Okay. Yeah, I think we need a public hearing, don't we?
Yes.
We want that prior to the October meeting?
Want to do it at 6:30? Or next month?
Yeah.
I'll make sure we get a notice in the paper.
Before next month's, so next month's meeting is 6:30.
And will you put the notice in the paper?
Yes, I'll make sure
Okay.
it gets, I'll make sure it gets done.
Okay, that'll give us time, we can
Table
kind of read
that.
through this, read through the zoning, and hopefully hear some public comment,
Yes.
and then make a recommendation to the council.
Yep.
Okay.
So we know.
Just a couple things I wanted to put on the agenda was sidewalks, and the only reason I put it on there is there's been some public, or I guess, village resident comments. And I was, I guess, gonna ask you too, if we need to think or talk or check into some sort of a program, if there's money available. Obviously, our sidewalks could replace it, or eliminated
Right.
in the case now, but I guess I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Do we need to maybe talk about a sidewalk program? And, you know, there used to be, I believe the landowner paid for the materials, the village did the labor. And I don't know if that was a handshake thing. I don't know if there was any.
Think of what, that was just
Yeah.
what the village did.
Yep.
And then for the last how many years, I don't know, the village just absorbed the entire cost.
Yeah. And again, maybe, do we need to, maybe Northwest Council of Governments, see if there's a grant application, maybe?
We could try, I doubt we'll get grants for sidewalks.
No.
I would really doubt, they give you Act 51 money for sidewalks already.
Well, is the sidewalks considered, that's part of the streets, right?
Yes.
DPW streets.
We get local street funds. Plus, we got what milled for local streets.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, I mean, I'll get a hold of the Northwest Michigan, or say tell us no, ready? I mean, I think it's worth looking into. I know the village is in a position now where they can't afford to just
In the next,
take the brunt of the cost, but,
no, in the next budget, the village will have a sidewalk budget. Oh, but they're not gonna have a plan to extend sidewalks. Their plan right now is gonna be that we take care of the sidewalks within the DDA area, going to the parks and to the school.
that's the
Money left.
council's,
It will be in the next budget, in my opinion. The planning commission should probably talk about, they could recommend to the council where they think they should go. Like say we have $1,000 left
right,
out of that. Do
Yeah.
they think they should spend it and put sidewalks where?
Well, I think we need to establish what's a good sidewalk and what's bad.
That the state's already done.
Okay,
That's why those
you got-
came out.
You got the definition?
Yeah, they will tell you when
Okay.
you are liable for your sidewalks.
Okay,
Anything over a 2 inch, pretty much over a 2 inch crack or 2 inch deficiency in height.
oh, okay.
you
I
are-
mean, is that something, you know, between now and spring even? I mean, is that something Sam could maybe survey, say, okay, we've got X amount of square feet that need to be replaced?
I think
Is
as
that-
of, once we do physical therapy, we will have none that need replaced.
Oh, okay,
All bad sidewalks will be
Oh,
out. We're gonna
okay.
replace the sidewalk in front of physical therapy before winter.
okay.
So at that point, there.
So you're way ahead of me
There will
on
be
that.
none that need replaced. But we are gonna have a sidewalk budget.
Yeah,
But budget time, we'll know how much money's there.
okay.
And then, like I said, then they're probably gonna have to find that. And the planning commission could recommend to that too, of priorities of where that money gets spent.
Well, like I say, I'll make a phone call to
Yep.
Northwest Council of Government. That's pretty easy, quick and simple. They might just say, you're barking up the wrong tree, but it's worth a call.
I'm sorry, Nate, who are you calling?
Northwest Michigan Council of Governments,
Thank you.
They're called Northern Lakes too.
or, yes, Northern Lakes,
Probably you're thinking of Northern Lakes. Northern Lakes Economic Alliance.
well, we'll call both of them. What the heck, right?
Yeah, they'll be, Northern Lakes Economic Alliance will be a lot of help.
And again, that's, you know, I'm sure if there's even something available, that whoever's gonna give, they're gonna wanna see, okay, well, how many square feet you got, et cetera, but this will be a pretty, you know, preliminary phone call, but I can find out. And I guess whenever if the village council wants us to start on if they wanna develop a program or.
I think the planning commission should.
Okay.
Really, I think that's their responsibility.
Okay,
Because that's something we can work on over the winter, because
Yeah.
obviously you're not gonna be able to do sidewalks in the winter.
Yeah, because by February or so, January, hopefully, they'll have their preliminary budget out, so you'll know how much money there to work with.
okay,
Because Sam's truly gonna work on a sidewalk program.
okay, good. Yeah, I have no problem tackling that. Planning commission is 5 seats.
Yeah, right.
3 filled. I might be getting ahead of myself, I think Missy's expressed interest in joining the planning commission. I think we need to, by January, our January meeting, if you guys agree, I'd like to kind of set that as the line in the sand where either the village council appoints 2 members or we recommend 2 more members
Right.
in the first of the year.
January meeting.
Yeah. And I don't know how do we need to approach the council? I mean, I know you're on it, but we really should have 5 people.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
we need 5.
We need five.
Yeah. So I don't know if the council's willing to help or whatever, but just so you know, Missy, and again, I'm not trying to get help, but you are interested, correct? Okay. We do not select the members. If the village council votes on it, we can make recommendations, so. I understand you wrote a letter, not seen the letter. Was that mailed to the village council?
And the planning commission,
Okay,
2 months ago.
okay. I'm assuming it's around here somewhere then. I've not seen it, but, I mean, I'm not down here, I don't have a mailbox, but I'm sure I can round it up. It's gotta be in the village office here somewhere, so. But at the end of the day, we need 5 members here, and how we go about that, I guess, doesn't necessarily matter, but, I mean, do we wanna have interviews? I mean, there's really no select parameters other than, you need to be a resident, there's 1 member, correct me if I'm wrong, 1 member can live outside of the village, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It may be, don't call me, maybe 2 hours, get confused.
Okay. Well, I think, I went through the bylaws, and there's really nothing spelled out in there.
the Michigan Planning Enabling Act. They tell you, the state tells you.
Okay, it's in the Michigan
Planning Enabling Act.
Planning and Enabling?
Planning Enabling. I think it was in 2008.
Is that like internet?
Yes, in fact, I
Accessible.
can show you where to find it.
Okay.
On the computer and everything.
Okay, I think that needs to be a goal that needs to be accomplished. It's got to get done, and I think by January, it should be pretty reasonable to either have the council appoint to, or we can recommend to.
Yep, I'm good with that.
3 months,
Yep.
4 months, whatever.
May I ask why not now?
Pardon?
Why not now?
Find out what?
Why not approve or disapprove her now and get her on at the next meeting tomorrow?
Next meeting tomorrow.
The next village council
no.
meeting is tomorrow.
You know, I mean, I'd be honest with you, I'm not just gonna appoint or recommend an appointment, just flat out. I mean, I really would like to talk to Missy. I don't think we need to do formal interviews, but I'm not ready to do that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know
No,
if you guys, okay? We don't really have any old business.
No, because we did.
And, you want some time, Missy? Public comment?
I've sent the letter a couple of months ago. I've been
Okay.
to every pretty much village council meeting in the last few months.
Okay,
I know what's going on here. I have several questions for you. I'd asked to meet with you a couple of months ago and get copies of all the old minutes and stuff, but that didn't occur in the email. I'll resend it.
you sent an email,
I sent it to the planning commission via the website and also to the
Oh,
village address.
I guess that, are we set up with email for the village?
Planning Commission? Yes.
Okay, okay. And that, well, you can show me I've never been
Okay.
on the web, or the email,
I can show you that.
village. Well, we're gonna talk. I mean, yeah, I need to see the letter, email, which I have not. But yeah, I have no problem looking at that, talking to you, whatever we need to do. Does anyone else have anything?
Except I might not be here in November
Okay.
for our meeting. It all depends, my niece is graduating from schooling from the Army. And then she gets deployed, so
Oh,
I want to see her before. I don't know when she's going, so. I
okay.
don't know when she graduates yet.
Well, I think,
We should have a DDA set up shortly. I think that's going forward. There's a lot of
Oh,
interest
good.
in it. So then at
Good.
some time, I think the planning commission, DDA, chamber, we should sit down together. I think we should
agree,
call, I think we should, could even
110%.
involve the council and involve somebody from
Yeah.
Northwest Michigan Council of Governments,
Yeah.
Michigan Municipal League, Northern Lakes may know somebody that can truly sit down with those
Yeah.
groups and tell them what their functions are.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of confusion.
There is.
As to who serves
I mean,
what
us.
purpose.
Us included, so.
Yeah. So once
Well-
that is set up, I don't know, anybody would object, and maybe out that, just do business or whatever, maybe we can get that.
And
But when do
Together.
you anticipate the DDA actually being official? I mean,
The
is that-
names will probably be presented on the agenda for tomorrow night.
Okay,
So once those are approved, the DDA can then meet as a formal DDA.
then they'll set up a meeting, all of us can do it.
I would hope once they're established, we get the DDA, the planning commission, the chamber, this is just what I wrote, and the council, all together, and we can contact, I can contact Northern Lakes, MML, Michigan Council of Governments, and see if they have somebody that will just have a talk with them, explain to them how they operate, what their responsibilities are.
I'm all for it. I think everyone else would be for it too.
I will, then within the next month, I will call all of those and see
Okay,
who recommends what.
well, we can maybe button that up next month.
Yeah,
Schedule a
yep.
meeting, yeah. Well, that sounds
I
good.
hope so.
I think that definitely needs to be done.
The planning commission is probably gonna get over the winter, just so you know, involved in blight in the village. We're gonna have to come up with some type of blight program. That's gonna involve a lot of time,
There's a blight,
an attorney.
there is a blight ordinance in place.
There's a blight ordinance in place.
Okay. And,
It's a really,
vague.
so it's gonna take some time,
Okay.
public hearings, in my opinion it is, to get what the village wants. Something that's enforceable, everybody has some crazy ideas about how easy it is to enforce blight. You're not just gonna go on somebody's property and move blight.
Right.
You're not gonna do
No,
it,
no.
you know?
Yeah.
And then if you get permission to do it, then you're gonna have court fees and attorney fees and the fees in doing it, and who's gonna pay?
Yeah. Yeah,
So, over the winter months,
just be a challenge.
it will be, I think the council will be very happy that the planning commission takes it on. But that's where it should start.
It should.
Should come from the planning commission.
You know,
And involve other boards, like the DDA should be involved in discussions about that too, it's a big part of the town.
And who's all on the DD?
Nobody right now, because nobody's been approved, there's just interest.
Now, the village council has to
The village
approve
council
the DDA.
Appoints the DDA members.
Oh,
And how are those the people off the list that said they were
People
interested
that
last
Cory
at the
has
meeting?
told them they are interested in being on the board.
The people that signed up on that list at the last meeting?
I don't know, Cory has a list of people he says have an interest and want to be on the DDA.
so is
Board.
the DDA a form of the village government then? Or-
DDA truly takes on their own form, but they only operate under the plan that's approved by the council.
Okay,
When the DDA meets, they will put a plan together,
okay,
especially if they want to do tax increment financing. They put together a plan and
okay,
they can operate within that plan
yeah.
once it's approved by village council.
So there's some
So there's some oversight.
oversight, yeah.
Yeah,
So everybody's gonna be kind of in everybody's.
well, I would think they would all work together
Yeah.
all the time. Sometimes it'd be good to have somebody come in and explain that.
And doesn't that, the DDA in place, doesn't that kind of open the door for more grant applications?
Applications, yes, yes. Grants
Oh,
are
that's good then.
hard to get. We're still trying for our one in the park. Knock on wood.
Really?
We got the preliminary results, so we're working on that.
It didn't happen as fast as,
That's just like they said it would.
oh, it is?
Preliminary results come out August, September, July, August, September.
Oh, that's right, it was pushed to get it
Get it
in,
in,
wasn't
yeah,
Get it in.
yeah, right on time, then we get to try to build more points, and then I think the first Wednesday in December is usually when they recommend the grants to the governor, and then the governor usually accepts them, and then they go through a whole nother process. It's, even if you get it, it's January, February. We got a lot of work to do,
by spring would be
yeah,
good,
if we get it. That's what I'm saying, grants are a lot of work,
yeah.
How did the preliminary go?
like we expected. Now we build points, that's why they do what they send it back to. It's really a pretty good program. And they give you recommendations on how to score higher.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nobody has anything further, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
For adjourn.
Thank you.